right, everybody, we are going to focus on one of my favorite lizards and hopefully one of yours, the iconic Australian or New Guinea frilled dragon. Here at Acacia Reptiles, we only work with the pure Australian strains. They're very similar. Only difference is the Australians get quite a bit bigger, have some different characteristics in terms of shape, size, and coloration. But other than that, they are the same scientific species. So we're going to do a quick hair guide here, not getting too into depth. If you have any specific questions, feel free to reach out to us at the end of the video or in the comments. But let's talk cages. So first things first, the more space, the better, as with any reptile. But I will always say make sure that you are able to maintain proper parameters in that space, and also make sure that it's adequate to not stress the animal. A cage that's too large for a small animal can be hard to maintain the parameters you're looking for, but also at the same time might stress the animal out if it's too open and too barren. So as you can see here, the cage itself, this one is built for these three animals to grow into. This is a full-size adult cage. These guys are by no means full-size adults. They're only about a third to a quarter grown. We have a trio in here. This is a 6 foot long by 3 foot deep by 4 foot tall cage. It's a melamine enclosure that we just built, so it's a beast. So it's not going anywhere. But you can use any type of appropriate cage. I specifically would recommend using a PVC or solid-sided cage. These animals aren't easily stressed, but I have noticed they do a lot better not being in full glass enclosures, specifically if you have like a high traffic area. But if you have to work with that, larger Exoterra or Zoom Med enclosures, that's fine as well. Just keep an eye on them. They're a little harder to maintain humidity and temperature as well. So PVC and or melamine are great options. Wood enclosures also. So that's the enclosure. There are no specific parameters in size. These guys get a little bit bigger in terms of body size of a bearded dragon. They do need a vertically oriented cage though, as opposed to a bearded dragon. It's not as important. Want to furnish it with vertical, if possible, vertical branches. Do some horizontal as well. Just give them a lot of different options in the wild. They spend most of the time just like this guy here, sitting vertically in trees. They blend in really beautifully. Low profile, they stretch their legs right out, and as you can see, there's one right there. You can't see them, but now you can. So that's what they do. Some vertical perches. We have this nice cinder block in here. It helps wear their nails down, but also allows them in the morning under this Acacia deep heat. They will sit here in the morning and just lay down and get warmed up, get some good thermal energy going. So that is the cage itself. As far as substrate, we use a cypress mulch. You can use a cocoa fiber sand mix. If you do that, just make sure to tongue feed or put the food in a dish. These guys are a little bit clumsy when it comes to eating, so they do sometimes get some stuff in their mouth. That's why I like using the cypress mulch. It's cheap. You can get it right at any of your home improvement stores for like $3 or $4 for a big bag. Easy to spot clean, holds humidity great. As far as temperatures, on the warm side, you want to keep it in that 80 to 85 degree ambient with a hot spot of around 100 to 115. You want to make sure that hot spot light or any spotlight that you're using is far enough away from the frilled so they don't burn their frills. They have a tendency to burn those beautiful little frills because it is delicate skin. So make sure it's far enough away that you don't have any burning. Offer a thermal gradient, as with all reptiles, having a hot side and a cool side. In this cage, it's so large that we have 2 hot spots, so we allow them to have their little social structure here, but also it doesn't really impede because we have a lot of cooler areas in the cage. If you're living in a cool area, as you can see, our cage is down here in our basement area. We actually put in a Zoom Med or a cane type style livestock mat that maintains a nice nighttime temperature in the low to mid 70s. So that's important. If you aren't doing that, using some sort of heat mat or heat tape on a thermostat to regulate and keep that nighttime temperature from getting too low. Humidity. Humidity is the biggest factor for frilled, successful keeping of frills. They do go through a cool, dry season, as do most Australian reptiles. But these guys will tolerate that for a couple of months, but when you have juveniles like this or babies, they dehydrate very quickly. So it's very important to keep that humidity up. I just sprayed this cage about an hour and a half ago, completely soaked it down. And as you can see, we're already at 43% relative humidity. So that went down really quick. Temperature is going down because I got the cage open here. But so it's important to spray these guys multiple times. If you have a misting system, even better. A big bowl of water like this, this is really in there for just humidity. And as you can see, it's sizable and it's still not having a huge impact on that. These guys drink via misting, similar to chameleons. Some will jump into a bowl and swim around and try a little bit or drink, but they really like having a mist, or you can put the spray bottle right up against them and they'll drink right from the nozzle. So think chameleons. In terms of lighting, I talked to you about having a spotlight, some sort of halogen spotlight. And then as far as UVB, these guys do need a strong UVB source. We use our Solaris LED 12.0s. We have 2 of them set up here with a wide projection beam that goes all the way across on both sections. This allows them to kind of get away from areas of UVB if they don't want it. And if they do, they can get a little bit closer. We also put in there some Acacia deep heat thermal emitters, similar to ceramic. This is just, again, to help supplement the overall heating of the cage. These will probably actually go off when the warmer summer months. We're in the spring right now, so that's why we're doing whatever we can to kind of bring up this heat. We also have a computer fan kind of hooked up to help circulate the air that's on a timer. Every couple, I think it's every 3 to 5 minutes, this will come on for a short burst just to kind of circulate the air, keep the humidity moving and all of that. So that is the cage, lighting, substrate, humidity, temperatures, food. These guys are insectivores all day long. The more variety, the better. They are ravenous feeders if you have some healthy animals. So yeah, everything you can throw at them. Dubia roaches, lobster roaches, red goblin roaches, crickets, hornworms, silkworms, mealworms, superworms, waxworms as an occasional treat. Anything out there, these guys love it. Make sure to give them a wide variety of foods. Again, if you have healthy animals, they are ravenous feeders. Make sure to dust that food with a good high quality calcium D3 if you're not using UVB, and a vitamin supplement. We recommend Acacia. That's what we use for all of our animals, and we've had amazing results. Try those out. As far as the feeding schedule, babies and juveniles, these guys eat every day. As they become adults, just like a bearded dragon, I slow it down to every other day or so. So yeah, that's feeding. And that's everything, basically. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Don't be intimidated. These are amazing animals, great personality. I love them. They're one of my favorite. Let's see if we can get these guys to do a quick little... No frill. Having your animal do a frill is probably a little bit more stressful for them than it is for you. So if you're making your animal frill, that's probably not a good sign, but I know everyone likes to see them once in a while. But these guys, again, once they get used to you, like they are with me, they relatively never frill unless I come at them with some tongs and a big, there we go, almost. They do it mainly for food. So these guys are awesome. If you haven't worked with one, for sure, definitely save up, get yourself a pure Australian animal. But also the New Guineas are a great animal as well. So if you haven't tried out frilled lizards yet, take a shot, and we'll see you guys next time. And I hope you enjoy. Thanks, everybody.